Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're back.
Are we here now?
Yeah, we're here. Sorry about that. I was slow to get to it.
We're here, there, and everywhere.
I finally
Well, I
got
feel
to
it again. We start off the show with I Feel It.
Yeah, Bolivia.
Oblivia, they rule.
Yeah, they do. They're a great band. And so I'm going to start the show off with a little thing I wrote. Okay. And then we're going to jump right into a band.
Good.
Okay.
A new one that we haven't
A new
heard,
one.
probably, yes.
Let me also get set up here.
You got to get closer to the mic or I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, let me get set up. Okay, thank you very much.
We have some listeners.
Oh, yeah, we do. And I'll get to the comments in a second. But let me kick off the Men's Health Awareness Month, which is in June, which isn't this month, but, we skipped ahead. So, from the echoes of Def Leppard's Women to Roy Orbison's Oh Pretty Woman, we have been captivated by women. So today, on this Men's Health Summit, we will be celebrating all things that makes a good woman. With great music of female-fronted bands, the sexy ladies of the U.S. government, some shout-outs, a look at what guys like to do, right?
Guys like to do certain things.
Yeah, many things. June has been celebrated, as I said before, as the National Men's Health Awareness Month. So we're a little early, but here we go. Welcome to Outlaw Radio.
Thanks for being here.
Great to have you back again, Jim. Did you have a good week?
Yeah, a little psycho, a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, psycho.
Hormones, I think. I don't even want to party right now. What's wrong with me?
Ho, ho, ho!
The hormones.
Merry Christmas!
All right, so I did this thing this week where I had analytics done of all the songs that we played on the show, all the comments that we had, and all the likes and shares and all that stuff. And I compiled a list of metal, rock and roll, and then outlaw country, right? And then out of that, I did the station's top 5, and then I broke them down in those categories and then did the top 5 of those.
That's pretty cool. That's something new, I see. You've been working pretty hard.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, and it's kind of cool so the bands and the artists can show everybody else where they're ranked
That's
in our
good.
show.
Yeah. We got to keep the interest up, get people involved.
That's right.
Got to support each other.
So I'm going to play a song right off the rip because I want to set up something for the next segment that we're going to do. But this band is called Distant Sun Rising. It's a song called Dark and Faded. They were the #1 band for the month of November.
Good for them.
And we've only been playing them, I think, 2 or 3 shows now.
Not bad.
That's pretty
dudes.
cool, right? All right, so this is Dark and Faded by Distant Sun Rising. This is for you, Monica, and this is dedicated to Chris. Uh-oh. What'd you think of that?
It kind of blows me away. What a great production that is. Everybody's playing in time, and the notes are just the right lengths, and everything's in tune.
It sounded amazing, didn't
Good
it?
going.
Yeah, that was great. That's Distant Sun Rising. That is Monica Solis from
Monica,
Texas. Outlaw country rock
we got to go down to
metal.
Texas,
Yeah, she's
do some
amazing.
barbecue or something.
Yeah, Texas
You know, their
barbecue.
barbecues are beef. They're not pork like they
Yeah.
are up here, I think.
Brisket, and then they do the prime rib, right?
Oh.
The beef ribs.
Yes, they're right.
How's everything sound out there for everyone?
Tactical nuke incoming!
I had to lower some shit.
Are you ready?
We had a lot of comments, Jim. Let's take a look at it, all right?
Let's say hi to everybody.
I think
Don
there's a lot
Evans.
of people.
I'm so excited that Don is watching right now. I still want to see your band. I want Ernie. I want to go with Ernie Zori. Remember him? We got to check you out, Don, one of these days.
Yeah, Jim saw that. He got all excited. He's like, holy shit. But yeah, we have some people checking in on the show. Let's go through them, all right? We have Jamie Watts. Thank you for the invite. Jamie Watts comes from LinkedIn.
Cool, Jamie. Thank you.
One of the cool people I follow on that page.
Are we going to play one of his songs one of these days, or is he just a listener?
I'm not sure.
Maybe he could let us know right now.
Jamie Watts, let us know. Are you a listener, or are you a musician, or do you work in the industry? We'd like to know.
We'd love to play one of your songs if you have such things.
And this is Matt Gutka. He's on. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Mr. Moonlight.
Hi, Matt. Thank you for being here. You're our bestest.
And then I jumped on because I wanted to show you from all the different pages that we could say hello to. Did you happen to notice I put a timer up in the window over here?
No, I didn't.
Here, check this out.
What's that for now?
Just so we know how long that it sits up on the screen, because for 15 seconds it'll stay up there, and then after the 15 seconds it disappears and goes on to the next comment.
Oh, can you make it longer, or is it like a set time?
The 15. You can make it even shorter.
Oh.
Or you could just do it manually and take it off yourself.
Well, there's a few images that Jeff plans on showing tonight, and if you could keep some of those images up just a little longer than usual, and you guys are going to know what I mean.
Oh, you're talking about the images I showed you earlier today.
These some of these politicians that look good in bathing suits.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun looking up the hot babes of the U.S. government. It was very cool. Matt Gutka said that he was digging her voice and the guitar riff. I know he's a fan.
The tones were just great. I've heard a lot of just okay music lately, but that one is up in the upper echelon or whatever.
Yeah, they're really good, and they are the #1 requested song on Outlaw Radio. Had the most views and the most shares and likes.
I don't like them actually beating me out on my song, but I'll live with it.
Yeah. Hey, I was ranked 7th. Just wanted to throw it out there. I didn't hit the top 5. I could have just snuck it in. No one would have known. But Jamie Watts said not my style. So I'm not sure if it was the song is not my style or what's not his style. But yeah.
Oh, I guess he's talking about that song. I wonder what he didn't like about it. Do you like the growl and the type of a thing?
Do you like more metal? Do you like more rock and roll? Well, definitely tonight's show. I'm going to name it off. But Angelina Green, who is our boss on Rockstar Radio Underground Live 365. Okay, that's our boss. Angela Green is also a singer, and she has music, and we're going to play that. Erin Stahl, country artist that was in Ohio, has moved to Nashville. Very popular. We're going to play her tonight.
Oh, she is really something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely top echelon of new and upcoming country artists.
Really impressive. And Angelina, I wanted to say, she was in a car accident, wasn't she, yesterday or something?
Yes, she was. And prayers to you, hon.
She had to go to the ER department. I'm sure she was shaken up pretty good.
I feel bad for her.
You know, that whiplash is a real thing.
Yeah.
And it might take a little bit of rubby-dubby.
You're always hurting yourself.
Physical therapy treatments, electric stimulation,
I hope
massage.
you have good health insurance. You're always You're always in the hospital. You had a broken ankle or something not long ago. Accident prone.
But you look wonderful, honey.
We're gonna put you in a bubble and blow up bubble so you can walk around and not hurt yourself. But yes, Angelina, we're playing your song Species. Also, tonight, I said Aaron Stahl, we're going to play Country Girls Do It Better. Carla Lynette, we're going to play her song tonight. We also have a new song by Kim Jovananov.
Oh.
You know who she is, right?
There's so many. It's hard to keep it straight, but did we hear any of her stuff before?
I saw her play at Fun Street Social.
Oh, I might have too. Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I think she dates the guitar player or drummer in her band. His name is Chad Janik, maybe?
I guess I don't
Something like that.
I don't recall.
I don't know. She's a singer-songwriter. She's very good. Jack's Revenge, who you've heard before. Demons, they have a new song out. I'll talk about it later. Corrupted Hearts, we've played them before. We're going to play them again. And then a surprise to you, but a female-fronted singer who I actually really like, regardless if she likes me or not, Avenging Scarlet.
Ah,
We're going to play White Witch tonight.
very good.
But Distant Sun Rising joined the show.
White
Right
Witch is
here.
about who? Is that about anybody, or
Yeah,
is that
it's about a person.
a real person,
A real
not a
person.
fictitious person?
Not a
Was the
fictitious.
person a nice witch or a bad witch?
A bad witch.
White though?
White.
Shouldn't she be the black?
No, she was
night
white.
witch? Okay. Oh, okay.
Distant Sun Rising said hello with a bunch of hearts. And then
Ah,
Taylor Evans said cross between heart and hard metal.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And hello to Taylor Evans.
That's a good mix.
Hello to Jamie Watts, Matt Gutka, and Distant Sun Rising, Monica.
Hello.
You want to jump into another song?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So we have for you next, it's going to be Angelina Green. This song is called Species. And here you go, you degenerates.
Big painkiller.
Let me tell you. Got a good gossip. Peer to the ground. Smile like a bee. No one expects you. A broken society. Torn in shreds. No reality. Caught up with fear. Cause the lies they've been fed. Post-traumatic system is down. I'm held hostage by a self-righteous crown. Post-traumatic system is dead. Yeah, I'm tangled up in a robotic web. Yeah, the post-traumatic system is dead. I'm tangled up by a robotic web. The post-traumatic down. Give me a number, give me a chip. Slave me, pay me with a twist. My mind and soul is tangled up by robotic. Well, I'm tangled up by a robotic. Well, I'm held hostage by a self-righteous crown. Someone once said they had a dream. It's fading faster than I ever seen. A horror-filled plan. Oh, I count the heads till they master the man. There's lots of species to be spawned. Parasitic paragons, injections, domination. Dimensions all unleashed, and a display of post-traumatic sleep. Let me tell ya, curtain call scene. You appear to the crowd and you smile like a fiend. No one expects you. It's a broken society.
That was very unusual.
Boy, we're playing some different type of music this week. You know, we've been doing a lot of the metal with a lot of the growl and yelling and stuff.
I
And
thought
this,
I'd surprise you.
yeah, it's a nice change to get more of a variety of stuff on the show.
Yeah, it's very different. So that was Angelina Green. That is the owner of Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365, the channel that Outlaw Radio does their broadcast show on.
And she has whiplash right now, so we all have to
Yeah.
think about her and
And
hope.
not from a good way either, from like attending a really heavy rock concert. It's from her suffering a car accident from a drunk driver
Yes.
during the holiday season.
And he was just let out of jail. He has so many prior offenses and stuff, and they just keep letting him do what he's doing.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
I wish we had a match. So freaking hilarious. Hey, we had a lot of comments during that song, and I want to show you some of them. So, Distant Sun Rising said, she's here, she's driving, she's almost home, almost listening. And she is listening. And then she said, hi, Matt. Hi, Taylor. I'm driving home, was at a barbecue. And then Matt Guka said, hi, Monica. DSR, right? And then Jason P is here, and Jason P, if I'm right on this, is friends with Angelina Green.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Good.
Jason? You were building, you had something in the garage the one night when we were talking. Maybe we were putting a block in, something like that. I'm not sure. You can tell me. And then Monica is like, hey, Jason. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. You guys are all conversating. The conversation's very nice. Everybody's getting along very well in the Men's Health Summit.
It's a very important episode we have here. We need to really straighten some things out about men's health,
Yeah.
and I have a lot to say. So
Do you want to get into it, Jim?
I might as well right now.
All right. Well, hold on 1 second. Let's hold that thought.
Mr. Moonlight's Shanae News and the word of the day.
You like that introduction?
Yes, there's. I couldn't do it any better. So basically, we're talking about men's health. Jeff could tell you how he came up with that idea for a subject to talk about if he wants to.
Bury myself?
Yeah, we know somebody that does a woman's health, so we're copying.
Well,
Okay?
all right, let's talk.
Not really, but we just thought, hey, wait a minute, enough of the women's. We want to talk about the men. So basically, a health summit is an event designed to raise awareness about men's health issues. Obviously, this includes both mental and physical concerns. The main purpose is to raise awareness how important it is to be healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, because we eventually, day by day, get older and hopefully slowly decline in our health, not quickly decline in our health. Our goal should be to behave in a way as hopefully to slow down our decline. We all hope our decline is slow, and because a lifetime could be 100 years. I mean, think of Dick Van Dyke and Jethro right now. Can you imagine being 100 years old right now? I mean,
No.
my grandmother lived to be 99, and my great grandmother lived to be 98, something like that.
That's too old. That's too long to live. Fuck that.
Wow. So where am I here?
Longevity. What is that sound?
I don't know. Well, that's why we're here today. I'm doing this primarily for me. I admit I'm selfish. It's okay to be selfish, self-centered about your health. You got to think about yourself, right?
Yeah, you have to love yourself. Isn't that what the Women's Health Summit always says? Self love.
That's right.
That's
But
not just about masturbation.
no, it doesn't have anything to do about
No.
that, right? I don't even know where that came from. But
Sorry.
I also hope to, by this summit, encourage anyone out there, for example, they can stop eating ice cream. Okay, you got to take baby steps. So I'm thinking, you just can't just, okay, man, I'm gonna eat healthy, and that's the way it is right now. You got to take baby steps. So my first baby step was, I think I stopped eating ice cream after 3 a.m. You
Yeah, you
know,
told me you used to hit it really hard.
yeah, yeah, that sounds funny, but you get up and you have an ice cream in the middle of the night, or even cereal isn't good. You got to get off that. So
Remember when you told me about you ate a whole tray of brownies
I did,
in
and
one night?
I gained like 6 pounds in a week. A couple months ago, I had all these old brownie mixes, and I made them all up. And I said, "Oh, this is going to be cool. I'll just freeze them." I ate the whole damn thing in a
That's
couple
funny.
days, and all of a sudden, I was like 208 pounds or something like that.
He was like, Jeff, you won't believe it. Last night, I ate the whole tray of brownies.
And I made another one. Oh God. Let's see, where am I? Um, so you can start the process by taking a huge change in your daily. You don't want to make a huge change in your daily habits. So no one likes to get hurt. So why are you doing drugs, overeating, and not exercising, you men? It's because you're stupid. Don't be stupid. Be smart. Live a healthy lifestyle. I'm actually trying to do that now.
And you hear it here first on.
Mr. Moonlight's Shanae News.
And
And the
another,
word of the day.
Go on.
well, what was I going to say? One of the things that I figured out is that you always hear people saying, "Hey, I got to lose weight. I got to lose weight." And I'm thinking you're taking too big of a bite right there. The first thing you got to do is maintain your weight. Say you weigh 200 pounds. Your goal should be, in a week from now, you weigh 200 pounds. So once you have reached a level to where you're not gaining weight, that's step number one. You're very successful.
Number one.
And then step number two is, once you've done that and you stop that ice cream, step number two is actually thinking about losing a pound a week or something like that. So, but the first step is to stop gaining weight. That's just my wisdom for the day.
Well, listen, if you're really dedicated, you could drop like 5 pounds a day. You could totally do it.
Well, the reason why I lost all this weight recently isn't because I was so good at my lifestyles.
You
because I
did lose a ton of weight.
Well,
Good job.
because of the diverticulitis.
It was an illness, weight loss, but you still look good.
Yeah, I feel so much better.
And
too.
you've continued to keep the weight off.
I-
That's the key.
Ask me how much food I've eaten today. What time is it? It's like 7:30 Sunday. I've had absolutely nothing to eat today. I repeat, nothing. And I'm not even hungry.
That's
I can't believe it.
fantastic, right?
All those people in Africa or whatever those countries where they're all starving and stuff, and they got those swollen bellies and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I always thought, man, they're starving and stuff. But when I didn't eat for 5 days. I got to tell you, I wasn't even hungry.
Well, I think also it
So I
might
don't know
be their
what
diet.
What happens to your body where you don't eat for 2 days? But I literally I felt more hungry last night before I went to bed than I do now. It's a true story. I told my doctor that too.
It's amazing. So you guys out there can do it. It just takes determination and getting ill. But that was fantastic. You're
Mr. Moonlight's
Thank you.
Shanae News. And the word of the day.
And there's going to be more too.
yeah, there's more coming. So we're gonna actually play some music. We're here for the music.
Before everybody leaves.
Yeah, actually, we have time to talk. But I want to do something before we play some music. I want to do some shout outs. And then me and Jim have something really cool we want to talk about. And it's happening up there. Okay. So the shout outs go to Devin Gorman. What's up?
Devin?
Devin Gorman. We were supposed to go see her play, but it was inclement weather.
It's not our fault.
It was God's fault.
We really wanted to go. Wasn't Berto gonna? He plays with them.
Yeah, he plays with them.
I think they have a gig scheduled or something at the end of December. We got to make that one.
Yeah, they do. And I'm not sure if I can go to the one in the end of December. I may not be able to go see him until sometime in January. I have a
Well.
lot going on.
Well, you'll get through it.
Yeah, I really, really want to go see her play. So I do apologize for not coming to see you after I said I'd come to see you like 3 times. Instead, we went and saw Disco Inferno in the Domans.
Yes, oh, that was a very enjoyable evening. Actually, the Domans still freak me out. Drew is like the king.
Yeah, and it just lined up for those days that we got to see them, and it didn't line up for the days that you were playing that we both could come see you. So we apologize, and you are on our list. We want to see you and Berto badly.
Do they have original music that we could play some of their original stuff, or are they just cover?
I don't know. I tried to get her to sing metal. She won't do it.
Have we done any songs yet with bands that did cover stuff, or is it all?
We've very rarely
Oh,
played
okay. Yeah.
cover music
You gotta
because we
come
don't
up with-
want to do covers.
Got to come up with your own stuff, guys.
Yeah, you have to do your own original music. So, yes, Devin Gorman, what's up, girl? I do apologize. Also, Tim Ginley last week, Jim had asked for some crowd applause for Tim Ginley, and I wasn't ignoring. I watched the show back. I wasn't ignoring you. I think I was listening to something with the headphones on. So this goes out to Tim Ginley. Thanks for you, buddy.
Sorry to hear about your family's loss. Tim
Yeah.
lost a brother just recently.
I wish I wouldn't have played that guitar lick while you were talking about his deceased brother.
It's very sad.
At least I didn't play Ho 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 by Santa Claus.
I need to talk to
Damn.
Tim. It's been a while.
All right. Well, Tim, we're thinking about you. Also, this shout out goes to Joe Tags, the only guy that can get a job and in that same week take the whole weekend off.
On a vacation.
Vacation.
Hey, boss, I can't work. I've worked 2 days and I need 3 days off. Okay, no problem.
That's amazing to me. He's probably not watching the show anyway. He's probably sleeping. And he's had a rough day. He had to get up. So, also a shout out to Cobra Kai Band. They've been hitting me up a lot. We got to go see them play. I went out and had a drink the other night, and there was a little thing. She was like a little elf. Her name was Jessie, and she worked at Frank's place, and I just wanted to say hi. She was super cute. I didn't like her rap singing. It was pretty bad, but regardless. Brett Miller, shout out to him. He's the new drummer in Conspiracy 216. Welcome to the Growl.
Awesome.
Tim Hammond, who I met when I saw the Domans play at Doghouse.
Longtime friend.
Right?
It's Tim Hammond, Hamman, just to clarify. He's not a Hammond organ kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's a ham man.
Bass player, vocalist, piano player, keyboards.
Outstanding.
Right? Also wanted to congratulate a new song by Jack's Revenge called War. We're going to play Jack's Revenge today. We're not going to play War. We're going to play my favorite song by them called Demons. And then that was just released yesterday. And then we played Monica Solis. She had the #1 song requested by Outlaw Radio this week, followed by My Cleveland Project and Jim Bellinger. So thank you, Jim. And Jim's sitting right next to me right now.
Yes, I am.
He had the #2 song.
I'm going for #1, boys.
All right, so we're going to jump right back into it. This is Aaron Stahl. This is Country Girls Do It Better.
Used to drive my daddy's Chevy in bright red stiletto heels, nails and hair all dolled up, pulling bass with a Zippo
and so abruptly. Country girls really do it better.
Is that a Lodi tune?
Yeah, so she's from Lodi, I can't speak, Lodi, Ohio. Lodi, Ohio.
It's about an hour from here or something.
Yeah, I like Lodi. I've been there a bunch of times, seen a bunch of concerts there, went to a few festivals there. It's a great place, little town, fun.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's from Lodi, and she just moved to Nashville. And I think, I'm not 100% sure about this because I always get stuff wrong all the time, so I'm guessing on this. She either won New Country Artist of the Year or she won Best Song or New Songwriter of the Year with the Country Magazine Awards or something like that. She won some award for country music in Nashville.
That is very outstanding.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's fantastic. And she deserves a round of applause for that, don't you think? If I could get to. There we go. There you go, man. Number one, girl. You have fantastic
It's-
music.
It's
So yeah, what'd you think of that?
just why isn't it on the country radio stations or something right now?
Yeah, it's well produced.
Maybe she is getting some airplay places. We just don't know about it, but we're going to help you out on that one if we can.
Yeah, that was excellent. So we had a whole bunch of comments come through while we were listening to tunes, and we're gonna go through some of them. All right. So Jason came in. We left off, and he said hi to everyone, and then I introduced Jason, and then Monica was like, "Hi, Jason," and then Matt Guga, "Hi, Jason," and he said, because I said, I go, "Are you friends with not Monica, with Angelina Green?" He's like, "Not friends."
Okay.
Wait, here we go. Sorry about that. Not friends. Just came across your show because of her. Pretty cool. And yeah, he said he's building his 383 in the garage. Thanks for remembering me. Of course, we never forget shit.
Building what in the garage?
His
Was that?
383.
Was that some kind of a drone or something?
Yeah, it's a drone. We're going to
About the
discuss
size
drones.
of a Mazda CX-5.
Wheat brownies don't add any weight. That's funny. Is that true? I don't know. What about all the sugar and all the cholesterol in that?
It was just pathetic. I was ashamed of myself. Just stuffing the brownies in. God.
I lost my headphones. My headphones fell right off my head.
Technical difficulties here.
Yeah. So I only normally wear one side on, but I just put both sides. So Matt Guka said, had to give up drinking, but also I gave up fast food. A world better.
Totally? You
Yeah.
gave up fast food?
Now he has to work out.
Really, I don't really eat that much
Jim
fast
gave up
food
drinking.
either.
I cut back drinking probably 95%.
Couple years for me, boy.
I had one beer, Jim, and 2 shots when I went out the other night because I didn't want to go home right after work.
Were you wasted?
I woke up with a slight hangover.
Did you really? Over 3 drinks. Wow, what
Yeah,
do you
a
know?
beer and 2 shots. And I would say those shots were pretty healthy because I was at Frank's place.
I have to clarify. I quit drinking, okay, a couple years ago, but I do drink on my daughter and son's birthday, which is New Year's Day. I'm heading down to Little River, South Carolina in a couple weeks, and I'm gonna have myself some tequila. and
Yeah,
some
he likes the
vodka.
tequila.
And then the next time I'm going to drink after that is July 4th. So I actually drink twice a year. And the nice thing about it is that when I do it, I don't feel like I could just stop and not even worry about it. So there's no chance of me getting back on the wagon, or is it off the wagon? I forget.
And everybody, he gets totally hammered. He gets totally hammered, and then he starts fights with the locals. No, I have no idea. But Distant Sunrising was saying she does not do fast food either. But she does like a Guinness.
Who wants to spend $8 for a Big Mac or whatever it is now? That's
Yeah,
is
it's
ridiculous.
And it
God.
doesn't even look like the commercials.
I remember they tasted good in the, I don't even want to say what decade, but it goes way back. They used to be so good.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember when Burger King had Burger Buddies?
No,
Dude,
no.
they're like mini little burgers. Oh, they are freaking fantastic.
Oh, I don't remember those.
And Monica and Matt are just going back and forth. I can't wait. I bet they can't wait for the Valentine's Day show. But yeah, they like the pics. She loved Aaron Stahl's voice. She thought it was beautiful. And
Oh,
yeah,
good.
so we have a ton of
Yeah.
comments, and thank you guys so much. But I was gonna force Jim to do. Oh, my
Mr.
bad.
Moonlight's Shanae News and the word of the day.
So Jim told me that he doesn't have any more for us on the word of the day, but we're gonna collaborate on one of my things that I want to talk about. And Matt, you're gonna really love this. This is a definitely a tactical nuke.
Tactical nuke incoming!
So listen to this really quick. Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio in Cleveland, Ohio, the rock and roll capital. All right, Jim, so check this out. I was watching the news last night. There are drones the size of small cars flying around, and no one's doing anything about it. What do you think about that? Have you seen the news?
I don't really. It's mind-boggling to think about all this. You know, you could go one way and do a 360 and go another way. I mean, is this just a distraction? But a distraction doesn't come out of the ocean and go 500 miles an hour and you can't keep up with it or whatever that is. It really is.
They have reports of when these things are nearby and in the air of jamming frequencies where the sheriff's office, the Air Force, the military are getting jammed. And then there's also reports that radio stations are getting this weird frequency. It sounds like something out of Independence Day. Like
It might be the Goa'uld
Dude,
Stargate one or something like that. I mean, we're going to have to team up with Russia now to fight these guys or something, right? So
yeah. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be that? And they're saying this is the other thing, crazy thing. They're not coming from space. They're coming from the ocean. They're saying that they're coming out in like hives. Like they're coming out in like these fleets the size of small cars and SUVs.
I-
They have intelligence, unlike some women
something
I've
about
dated.
they can't even. I don't know if somebody tried to shoot at them or something
It
like
is the
that.
Women's
But
Health Summit.
it's like they can't even. You can't even shoot them or something. They have some kind of.
They've started shooting them in Texas. Hey,
Those-
Monica, is that true? Are they shooting at the drones in Texas? I heard that might be true. But hey, Jason said, as a country boy, I can attest that the best pussy you'll ever get is a Jewish girl out hooking. Just saying.
Wow, that's a thought. I mean, I'll have to write. Let me write that down. Best PU.
Wow, I like that. Well, it is the Men's Health Summit. Here we go. And Jim, a 383 is a Chrysler motor.
Oh, I knew that. It's like a what's that?
He hot rods in his spare
287
time.
Ford. Didn't they have a 287 in the Ford Mustang back in the day or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a car guy.
Then they had
but
a 400.
I can't
Oh,
appreciate
yeah.
a nice car.
I used to know that kind of stuff a little bit. Not
Yeah.
really. I was never a motorhead.
Yeah, I never really liked motorcycles, but I definitely like a hot chick on a motorcycle. So, Distant Sun Rising said, here's 2 martinis, but 2 at the most, 3 I'm under the table, and 4 I'm under the host, Dorothy Parker, 1947.
Whoa.
Wow. I'm not exactly sure what that meant. And 4 I'm under the host, Dorothy Parker, 1947. I'll just take you at 3 under the table. Is that you under the table? Never
I-
mind.
I'm a little lost. I
I'm
mean,
lost too.
3 drinks and you're out of it?
Wow. Well, I had 3 and I had
That's
a
no
hangover.
fun. You know, you got to last at least a half hour.
Yeah, Matt Gukas said had McDonald's last week for the McRib. Was sick for 2 days. First time in 7 months he had fast food and he had the McRib.
Yeah, I heard that comes out once a year or something.
And then it comes out your ass 8 times a day.
Oh God.
Oh,
What is the
man.
McRib? Is that pork? Is that beef? Is that um, buffalo meat? I don't know.
Oh man.
Actually, I like buffalo. I've had that. They have a restaurant in Great Northern where they serve the buffalo burger, or they used to.
Really? Which was it? Which one?
I forget right now.
Yeah.
The one out front, when you're on, is it Sparky? I don't think it's Sparky Lane. This is Great Northern Boulevard, I guess. And
So
Brook Park, right there.
Matt was thinking about going live tonight on Facebook about it. We're not the only country that's experiencing this. You're exactly right. Me and Jim were talking about that. Uh, Countries all over the world are experiencing this, and they were just shooting missiles in some Middle Eastern country. I don't know if it was Syria or where it was, at these things, at these drones, and they couldn't hit them, right? So yeah, we're not the only country. They're all over the East Coast. They're showing up everywhere. And then I saw news footage that they started seeing them in Ohio.
Man, I thought it would be a piece of cake. You know, the Air Force would have these helicopters that go like 150, 200 miles an hour. So no problem. There's one, just get in your helicopter and follow it. They can't even keep up with it.
Have any of you guys seen any of these drones? I have not seen one yet.
Not one, but when I do, they better watch out, damn it.
Well, it is totally overcast here in Cleveland. It's hard to see shit. There's nothing to see.
You know, I have this person that gave me some pretty good information last year, basically. And we were talking about the balloon that went over the country. And this individual that I was talking to that I will not name or mention, but he has a son-in-law that's a general in the Air Force. How about that?
Interesting.
Maybe he's retired now or something like that. But they know things that there's, when you're in the Air Force and you're generals, they know things that maybe we don't know.
Yeah.
And he said, "Are you crazy? Do you really think that that we let that balloon fly over the country, from west to east without us not knowing what it's doing?" And he proceeded to explain to me, "Jim, you don't know this. Only I know this, and other people that know this, that the United States, they hire independent contractors, like he said, I think it was 150 independent contractors the government hired to monitor that balloon the entire time it was going over the country, and that we were able to pick up every transmission. So we let them do that to learn more about what they were trying to do. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to that.
You know how they have that thing during Christmas where they track Santa Claus? And they have him on NORAD.
Merry Christmas!
The radar.
Oh, yeah.
They could just stick UFOs in there and show that to us, and we wouldn't know the difference. Come on, honestly, we would be like that. That would totally happen.
I remember when I was a kid, in Bay Village, Ohio, on the Lake Erie, and I'm looking out towards Cleveland, and I could look in the sky and I could see this light. It's like a plane, and it looks like it's hovering there for 15 minutes, but it's not. It's just happens to be coming my way, and it's not changing altitude or anything, so it looks like it's not moving, but it is moving. And I guess they're trying to say a lot of these things are planes or something like
yeah,
that.
the problem you have is this. You have drones the size of cars up there. Then you have other people's drones up there. Then you have airplanes, helicopters, and then you have UAPs and UFOs and these crazy drones now. So you have a lot of shit in the air. But when you have the thing the size of SUVs, and there's not just one, but swarms of them, and they're flying around and have intelligence, there's an issue there.
Don't we have a Navy that kind of
Can't we?
watches the coast the east and west coast, and hopefully there's radar, and they keep.
Isn't that
I mean, why
our
can't
airspace?
they can't pick up this stuff on radar or something?
I don't
Man,
know.
I tell you,
Hey, so Distant Sun Rising says
Trump's in trouble, man. I don't know what the heck he thinks he's.
she said they're not drones. It's actually a hologram. I could see
I was
that.
thinking about that too. It could be a hologram. After all, they have this new thing in Las Vegas. It's a huge outdoor hologram about 5 stories high and stuff. So if they could do that, then they could.
Yeah, Matt Guka said they are over Florida now, Jacksonville Naval Base. And
No,
they also said that Lake Erie is a hotspot forever. But you know what? I have never really seen anything. The only cool thing I
nothing.
ever saw was I was sitting in a parking lot of a hospital, emergency parking lot, where you go in for the emergency room and there's the parking lot there. And I saw a green orb go screaming across the sky. That was the coolest thing I ever saw. I think it was like a shooting star, but it was green. It was awesome. But I've never really seen anything fantastic, except I saw Elon Musk. Um, Elon Musk has that satellite. I saw that fly over our house.
What?
The Elon Musk satellite or whatever
Well, he has that
that link he has.
Yeah.
I saw it fly over our house.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was awesome.
You saw the satellite go over.
I saw the
okay.
satellite go over it.
Yeah.
It was so low. How does it not fall out of orbit?
Hmm.
I can't figure that one out. Anyway, so Matt Guka said they are all over Florida now in the Jacksonville Naval Base. Lake Erie's a hotspot. And then Distant Sun Rising said, I think it's funny that we have all this monitoring equipment in our country. The military owns, however, we only catch comets and meteors on people's doorbell cameras, right? We have all this stuff. And then Matt Guga's like, it's Project Bluebeam. And Distant Sun Rising said, Bluebeam is very real. Yeah, Bluebeam is the whole thing, Jim, about the hologram. They're going to stick fake UFOs up there, and they're going to have drones flying all over. They're going to abduct people. They're going to shoot people in the streets, and it's going to be an alien invasion. And that's what they're going to do to not have the January 5th inauguration. Because
Liberalism is a mental illness.
I mean, it really kind of is.
Yeah, so
if you look it up.
Elon Musk, that thing was called the Starlink. Matt Guka
Oh yeah,
said.
that's right. Didn't he help with something? What happened a couple years ago where the Starlink
That thing was giant.
assisted did something? God, I can't remember.
That thing was freaking huge. All right, well, we're going to jump back into the music. We're going to play the music, and then I have something very funny to show you guys. And yeah, so this is going to be Carla Lynette. And Jim, I don't really know what the name of the song is, so we're going to take a stab at it, okay? This is Carla Lynette. I just want to be with you. Let me know, Carla, if that's the name of the song.
If I could make one wish, I would pray to God. Oh, don't do this. I can see what's coming, and I don't wanna leave you. I can tell by the look in your eyes, there's so much
Well, that song is another real short one. It comes right in on there,
Oh.
right? And sorry, Jim, we're back live and you have your sweater on. I forgot to tell you. You suck. That's funny.
Hello.
All right, so I have something very fun to show you guys. And I think what I'm going to do is when I do this, I'm going to change the background so you don't see us. So then I can enlarge the pictures that I'm going to put up, okay? So let's find a cool backdrop for this little segment. And I think I'm going to play this real quick.
Welcome to the Loud and Local Cleveland podcast, here to bring you the raw, unfiltered pulse of Cleveland's music scene. The one and only Outlaw, Jeff James. Join us as we dive deep into the latest bands, hottest tracks, and the stories behind the music that makes this city rock.
All right, so this is the one we're going to use. And then, all right, so I worked on this week a little bit, and I wouldn't say it was like actual work. It was very fun. So me and Jim have been talking about some of the women that are in the U.S. government that we think are extremely attractive, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad.
Well, my vocals were really low. Hold on. Let me fix this. All right. So, the U.S. government women that we find very attractive. And since this is the Men's Health Summit and we are celebrating women, I'd like to show you some of the women that I find, and I'm sure Jim might find as well, very attractive. And I might even get some of their names wrong. So, let's see how many of these women I actually really do know. So, here we go, Jim. I gotta enlarge that, okay? So hold on a second. That's as big as I can go.
Now, who
That's
is
what she
that
said.
now? That is a congressperson?
So that is it Marjorie or Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Uh,
Marjorie, right?
Is that did AI take a hit
No,
on
that's
that picture and slim up those hips and
well,
stuff?
I'm not saying that it's not um fixed in any way. I'm sure it was what do they call that? Filtered.
Artificial intelligence, you mean? Just
No, I think that came out long before AI. I really do think that's her in the bikini. That might be, a few years back.
Was that when she was campaigning to win her position?
I don't know, but
Walking down the street in a bikini?
I actually think
I think
she's.
that might make my vote, you know.
Tactical nuke incoming!
I think she's very attractive.
I consider the important things.
Yeah. I like her body. All right, so that is. Was it Marjorie Taylor Greene? I don't know.
Yeah, Marjorie.
She's a
Taylor Greene, right.
Republican, I believe.
Yeah, yes, she is Georgia, and she has she's pretty vocal. She's one of the vocal ones. A lot of the other side absolutely despise her. I have a friend that absolutely hates her, and just keeps saying how absolutely ugly she is. Look how ugly she is, and I'm thinking, I don't know if she's ugly.
Well, that's what people said about her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember I put up something not long ago about some of the women that I thought were very attractive in the Congress, in the House, and man, I got brutalized. But all right, here's another one for you. So you guys don't think I'm being like chauvinistic towards Republican and Democrats? Here's a Democrat for you that I find extremely attractive. And where is she? There we go.
That's
Ocasio Cortez.
Oh, she's a skinny little bean.
Yeah. There was other pictures of
Could
her,
use
but
some-
that's her in a white bikini. I was going for the bikini look. What do you guys think of that?
So overrated.
Yeah. I don't see Monica saying anything. She's like, that is also another false flag. She is not that skinny.
Who's that? You're talking-
No, I'm just
Oh,
joking.
oh.
I don't know. But yeah, that's Ocasio Cortez. All right, so let's move around a little bit here. And then there's also this girl that I found very attractive.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, I don't know her name, so if anybody knows what her name is, well, she is in the U.S. government. She is very beautiful.
A congressperson
A
kind of thing.
congressperson, I believe.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's another one. And I also feel like this segment should have music, don't you?
Striptease kind of thing, maybe.
I
or-
believe it should be like, it should be this. There we go. It needs to come down. Background music. Background music.
Well, good for these ladies.
We're not done yet. Alright, so she's very beautiful. That is, let me say, thank Lauren Boebert, right?
Okay,
Is
yeah.
that her? And then there's this beautiful young lady that is also in the U.S.
I think she's a Republican.
I think she's a Republican,
Yeah.
yes. And then, not to seem, misogynistic, I also put in this rare gem right here. You like this one?
Oh, that was verified to be an absolutely true, unadulterated, no AI. That is the real thing right there.
Yeah, you might want to fact check us on that. I'm not sure.
I might be wrong on that.
She said, I find this bikini segment of your congresswoman completely nauseating. The fuck? Yeah, well, it's the Men's Health Summit. And the music's over. Man, you guys don't get out much. It's winter in Cleveland. It's not like it's Texas.
Well,
hey, I'm not done yet. So, yeah, that was it. I gotta take her off. Isn't that brutal?
so we did a little bit of stuff in bad taste, maybe, by showing these photos.
As men? I don't know. That's just one opinion, Jim. Well, let's go back to this. So here we are, Outlaw Radio, the Men's Health Summit. Yeah, Monica didn't like that. She was like, this is awful.
Not everything could work, I guess.
Not everything. You try, but you can't always be perfect. Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio in Cleveland, Ohio, the rock and roll capital. Yes, it is the rock and roll capital, and it's cold as hell. And she said, it's okay, I still love you.
Oh, thank you.
Well-
We'll learn from our mistakes.
And Jason said, and I don't know if I should say this, but yeah, that's what Jason said.
What's that mean? You think what?
Can you read that?
No, not really.
You're going to force me to have to tell you?
Oh, where is it? Where?
He said, I would titty fuck Boebert.
Oh, okay. Then we do have some fans right now. It's a little bit extreme.
Yeah, misogynistic.
Yes.
Yes.
But what's the opposite of misogyny?
Misandry.
You remembered that.
I remembered every single word you came up with.
And misandry.
Misandry. It's a female chauvinistic pig.
That hates guys, right? Is that what that means?
Yeah. But, just in Sunrising said, it's okay, I still love you. Well, if you love that and you still love us, you're going to really love my next segment. Because it's what guys like to do. And I've also included pictures with that one, too.
Well, we'll see how that goes over.
Yeah, well, we're 0 for 1. Although I think the drone thing was pretty cool. Had a lot of interest.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, aliens are cool. But I guess, yeah, it might be Project Bluebeam. Who knows?
Are we going to be teaming up with Russia? If I mean, they're not
Yeah.
any more advanced than we are with these UFOs. Actually, technically, that's what they are right now. We see them. We don't know where they came from. Who's doing it, and we could see that it's flying in the sky or whatever. So that's a UFO. That's actually what a UFO is, you know. So when I look up in the plane at the sky and I see a plane and I don't know what kind of jet that is that a UFO because I can't identify the make and model?
I
Just
don't
some
know.
stupid questions. We'll move on.
All right. Let's play another song. You want to play another one?
Yes.
All right.
Should I get my guitar?
No.
Okay.
We're celebrating women today. It's all about the woman. Hey, you know, Monica, I did think about doing top 5 best vajayjays, but I thought it would have been in bad taste. So I went that route.
Oh, I wanted to bring up one thing. You know, we usually have a word for the week. Well, I do have the word. I'm just not prepared to really talk about it yet. And the word is anarcho-tyranny. It's a big word.
Can you say it again?
ANARCHOTURRAN. No,
Anarcho-tyranny.
I can't even spell it right, but yeah. So that's
Anarcho-tyranny.
We all know what tyranny means. It's not a good thing, but so that's what we're going to talk about a little bit next week for the word of the week.
Mr. Moonlight's Shanae News and the word of the day.
All right. So we are going to play something else, but I'm going to jump back into the comments real quick because sometimes when we come back, you get to miss it. And she's like, oh, God, no. What more do we have coming? And Matt Kuka said, that is a UAP, Jim. Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
That's what they're calling this right now? A UAP?
a UAP.
I did not know that.
If it comes out of the water, it is a UAP.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I told you that there's reports that they're coming out of the water. Then there was a report that this one guy said, and he was serious, man. And the Pentagon was like, yeah, I don't know what this dude's talking about. But he said that there was a ship, an armada of Chinese ships 100 miles off the coast of like South Carolina area, New York. And they were launching the drones from there. A Chinese ship. Which means if China has that technology, our adversary would just totally crush us. Right? If these things can even shoot guns. But you would think since they're so advanced, they probably can shoot guns. Which they're probably ours anyway. I don't know. I just want to see how it all plays out.
Don't they just have to sprinkle fentanyl everywhere, you know, in every little lake and pond and, you know, and just get everybody a little light touch of that and you're
Happiness.
dead. And you're
Yeah.
dead.
All right, well, speaking of being dead, here's a lovely song called Happy. It's for all the kiddies out there. But I also have another dedication, and this goes to Rachel. And this song is called Happy. Here we go, Jim. Kim Jovananov. I love that last name. It's very Russian. It's like a tactical nuke.
Russians are pretty
I
cool.
had to learn how to be sad, how to handle it when I'm mad, feel fears that made me scared, know that I can't always be happy. It's rainbows and dandelions. If I said otherwise, I'd be lying. But I know that it's alright. Some weeds will grow in the garden. There'll be times that I'll be tired. But I know that it's alright. I've had to learn how to be sad, how to handle it when I'm mad, feel fears that made me scared, know that I can't always be happy. The sun doesn't always shine agility gives us ability to live with emotions with curiosity.
That was really good. I like that a lot.
That is very good. Wow, well, such great musician. Them
That
doing
was
it?
our
Oh, that was our clapping.
that was our
Okay.
studio audience that's behind us. Here, I'll show you. Here's our studio audience right behind us at Bass Bird Studios.
Yes.
So, what do you guys think of that? Kim Jovanov.
That song should be on the radio.
I like her. She's very talented. Fine young lady.
I agree.
Seen her perform at Front Street Social with just her
Wow.
guitar and her singing.
I do not remember that. I'm sorry I missed that. We'll
Yeah.
have to check her out soon.
She was sitting a couple seats across from me on the table, and I turned and took my phone and got a photo of myself, and I had her photo bombed in the back.
Oh, okay.
And she gave me a weird look.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. She was like, "This guy is creepy." I've heard that before.
God, there are so many videos of people totally freaking out when they think they're being photographed or
Oh, jeez.
videotaped. They go nuts.
Yeah. So we had a whole thing planned about when we were going to come back in, but I forgot what I was going to do. Oh, I think I was going to jump to that next segment where I was going to talk about what guys like to do. Is that what we were going to do?
I think so.
All right.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember either, but we have some comments, so let's go to the comments and see what's going on, Jim. All right. Matt Guka said that it's not Chinese. So when I said that there was a Chinese ship sitting off somewhere on the East Coast,
So
it's not.
Matt clarified it wasn't the Chinese.
It wasn't the
He has
Chinese.
some kind of. He could be our news correspondent
Yeah.
or something.
Well, we do have him on the staff. Everybody, Matt Guka is on the staff as the paranormal chef. He's a chef and he gets into the paranormal. And Matt Guka, everyone, he's part of Loud and Local's show, The Jeff James Journey. And anyway, so Jason P said that was a very cool song. I concur. And then Matt Guka said, yes, it was a cool song. And then, of course, Distant Sun Rising said,
You are disgusting.
I actually, what was funny is I bumped the comment thing and it went back to I would titty fuck Bobert. That's funny. Let's just bring it up for shits and giggles. There it is right there for everyone. This is not a young person show. So yeah, a UAP Jim comes out of the water, and it's not Chinese.
I don't know how he would know that, but
How would you know, Matt, if it's Chinese or not? I don't know either. All right, so I have some things I want to talk about.
I just got an idea. Is someone making a movie out of this? Is that the whole idea? But next thing you know, there's going to be a movie that's made about
Yeah.
all this that we don't even know what it.
It's called Escape from Earth. Get me the fuck out of here. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to see how it play out. Let's just see. We have like what 3.5, 4 weeks till the inauguration, and we have craziness going on in the world. Let's just see how it all plays out.
Yes.
Let's not talk about it all week, and then when we get together next Sunday, because we have a cool show next Sunday, let's just let it all out and talk about everything. What do you think?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm just really worried about the next assassination attempt. One of these days, I think it's going to work, unfortunately. But some people think, yeah, knock him out. That's terrible. I would never say knock out Joey.
He's already knocked out.
Yeah, yeah, right.
He had a lobotomy.
I'll always remember his smile and that, the one side of his, lips up in the corner like that. He has that certain smile, that just wants to kill me inside.
Oh, he. Remember when he was like, um, in my day, we would take guys like Trump out back, and we would whoop them. That's what we do in my day. Yeah, well, in your day, you were a bully, right?
And if it's a woman, we just might lift up the old skirt and do what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
They say that never happened.
Oh yes.
It never happened.
No.
No, it never happened. Jason P said we need to free Luigi. Is that the dude that just got arrested for shooting the CEO? I don't know.
I don't know
And,
either.
Matt Guga said, not going to happen. Can you imagine J.D. Vance as president?
Wasn't
I
there
was just about to say that.
wasn't there a picture I just saw on Facebook of Trump and Vance and with that one guy that just was found not guilty for the what's his name? He killed that one guy on a subway or something.
I don't know.
And just recently, and he was found not guilty. You've heard about that one. I think there was I think he met Trump or something. Trump doesn't miss a beat, does he, with getting on the bandwagon anything. I don't know how he does it.
Oh yeah, that dude stays in everything. But yeah,
Dang.
he's had so many assassination attempts, and not only just those 2 or 3 that we know about. You know what I mean? There's probably so many that happen all the freaking time, and all the drone stuff. So yeah, let's just see how it all plays out because it's all gonna be crazy. And so I have some other stuff I want to get to because we only have a half hour to go, 40 minutes to go, and we're out of here. We're off
Boy.
the clock. We're off the clock, Angelina. Right? I hope you feel better, hon.
Do I look orange?
I think it's the lighting.
It's the lighting, but I don't want to look orange. But
You look pretty good in the lighting.
Mm.
Digging it.
At least you can't see all the wrinkles and.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio in Cleveland, Ohio, the rock and roll capital. That was really loud, wasn't it?
It is.
God damn.
Are you ready?
You know, guys, it's not easy to produce. All right, so I had a few things I want to talk about. Do you guys know what triggers are? Like a trigger on a gun. A trigger, right? All the woke people say trigger now. It's an external event, situation, or memory that can cause intense emotional or psychological response. Triggers can lead to feelings of anxiety, panic attacks, sadness, hopelessness, or negative thinking. A trigger. Right? I was thinking about triggers, and I came up with two. Two main triggers in relationships. All right, Jim?
I can't wait.
Okay, here we go. Accountability. Accountability is self reflecting, apologizing, making amends, and changing your behavior so the harm you caused doesn't happen again. It's a process and not the destination. So, Jim, I was thinking this.
I'm confused.
But what if the person that's committing the harm to you does not see themselves as the villain? How do you handle that? What would you do as a man?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Basically, one of the first things you do, and I got this, I did a little bit of research, but what was suggested here was that when you get into that argument with that kind of person that obviously doesn't give a care about what you think or whatever, and they're totally right, pretty much you just ignore them or just walk away. You don't really have to feel obligated to get in twisted in the nonsense. Another thing is you don't play the blame game.
Don't play the blame game. It never works out for you.
What else is there? And when you talk to them, focus on one issue at one time. You know how people like to go from one thing and then they'll talk about another thing to argue the one thing, and that there's no correlation there.
They jump around a lot.
Yeah, and that's a good way to, if you don't know where to go, just change the subject a little bit, I guess.
You know what, Jim? Men also like to go bowling. do you think of that?
Well, they do.
Yeah, men like bowling.
And I like bowling. I like looking at pictures of people bowling too, not just bowling.
Yeah, that was a fantastic.
Looks, she's bowling right now. I
Yeah,
mean,
she is balling out.
why don't they call it bowling? I mean, they're balling. It's a ball. It's not a
Bowling
bowl.
ball.
You use a bowl to eat soup.
You know, the Italians have a game, and I can't remember how you play it. It's called bocce ball.
Oh.
And I think it's almost like hoverboard, but with balls. And they play it on dirt. Yeah, that place in Cleveland called Stone Mat has a bocce room. I don't know what they call it, a bocce room or whatever. You guys enlighten me and tell me. I'm sure Matt Guka knows what it's called. It's called bocce or something.
Do you think she threw a strike right there?
I don't know, man.
I don't really even care. She could throw a gutter ball for all I care.
She could knock my pin down anytime. Ha ha ha.
Set it up and knock it down, baby.
So, also another thing, after I was thinking about accountability, I was thinking about this. And this is a huge no or a no go for me. This is what I would call, and I have to jump around for a second. This would be
Tactical nuke incoming!
So, women with too much masculine energy. Masculine energy shows excessive masculine energy traits such as competitiveness, aggressiveness, and dominance. She is often very independent, goal oriented, and direct. She is usually not very emotional or expressive and can be quite harsh and unyielding. Jim, you know what guys call this? We call this a massive bitch.
Some things just don't change.
Hard to deal with,
Some words work. They worked 100 years ago and they still work.
argumentative,
Biatch.
irrational, violent, right? Crazy. We like submissive and nurturing. We don't want to work all day and then come home and have to argue. We don't want that. We want to be able to go fishing.
I agree.
Doesn't that look lovely?
I don't know what else to say about that other than you get home from work and you just, no, we're not arguing.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Just have a nice,
Why-
peaceful day.
Why isn't it that easy?
Maybe take the motorcycle out on a little adventure. Right?
Right.
You know, I don't know why we don't have music playing for this. We should have had music the whole time. No, fuck it. We'll play music after.
So what's up next? Are we?
Yeah. I was going to show you
Going-
what else men like to do.
I like farming too, by the way.
I like tractors, right? Men love tractors,
Yes.
right? We also like to go hiking. Come on, goddammit. Here we go. Hiking. I would go hiking anywhere with that chick.
I would second that. Yes.
The chances of being mauled by a bear or being with her in the woods. And we also love camping. So those are many things that men love to do, ladies. I love camping.
I do too. Would you rather camp with just guys, or would you like a mixed group, or would you be happy with just one woman?
Well, it depends. If the situation is where we're just camping for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I would totally be down to camp with a woman if she was semi-normal. But if it was a survival situation and I had to depend on her to live, totally,
Tactical nuke incoming!
absolutely no fucking chance that I do that. Let me ask you this question. It's an alien invasion, right? And people are driving like maniacs all over Lorraine Road, crashing their cars, shooting at each other. It's total chaos. Would you rather your friend, who is a dude, show up at your door to help you fight the aliens, or some chick? Like,
Gosh, I know so many
like,
guys that are boner heads themselves.
and I
so
want to say a
it,
girl's name, to like put the icing on the cake.
it's hard to say. It's individualistic, but I guess maybe a guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't. I apologize to you ladies out there. I just feel like my life would be a little safer and less dramatic if it was two dudes. I don't know.
Hope we never have to learn.
Men just get along better.
Maybe in the next 30 days, life will be completely different than what we know it right now. But I kind of had the feeling that's not going to happen, and this really is just going to all go away.
So, Matt Guka said, I'm sorry. Distant Sun Rising said, wow, there are two kinds of women in the world, those that like chocolate and bitches. That's funny. And Jason P said, what is bocce? And yeah, that's what it's called, bocce. Yep, it's bocce. Matt Guka said, growing up in Mayfield back in the day, my neighbors played all weekend. Mayfield also had a league. And Distant Sun Rising said, I'll go Bigfoot hunting. That would be fun.
Bocce, what is that? Is that a character in Happy Days? Isn't that what was his name? Maybe that's no.
Fonzie?
No, not Fonzie. The guy.
Ralphie?
No, not Ralphie.
Bocce? Or Chachi?
Oh, is it Chachi?
Chachi.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Oh, man. Also, to go back to my women that are too masculine, I also want to say I hate those memes that you guys put up that say stuff like, and I was telling Jim before the show, I just want a guy to figure it all out with. Really? You're 50-some years old. Don't you think you should have it figured out by now? I'm sorry, ladies, but that's my red flag of the day. Yes. That was it.
So there
you have it. I do have some news I want to go over real quick. Ryan Stahl put out a post about doing an award show. He's talking about having nominations, which are rolling in. People want to see this happen. It's a new show that could possibly go down. We'll see if it happens or not. Ryan has a lot of ideas. He's an idea man for sure. But we'll see if this goes down. But this would be a show where you would get nominated, and then hopefully he follows what I told him and make it a paneled judged event based on your line of work that you've done with either digital creator or radio or music or whatever. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's hard to say. All I know is that he is one motivated person. His mind. I think when he goes to sleep, he's still awake. The guy's mind is always thinking about his next big move, and that's good. He's motivated. He wants to get things done. He wants to be successful. I think those are all really good traits.
Yeah, his hands are in everything. And if you're talking about like Men's Health Summit, right? This guy is motivated. You could tell he works out. You could tell he's fit. He probably eats decently. And me and Jim go back and forth on this. Yeah, the guy's motivated. He's ready to work.
He's a good rapper too. I like his stuff.
Yeah, he's a good rapper. And yeah, he gave up all the rap fame to be an executive now.
He'll be back.
Yeah, I think he will be back. But so yeah, Monica wants to go hunting for Bigfoot. I don't suggest that. You're a tiny little blonde. I know you're from Texas, and you probably think you're big and tough. I don't know about it. So you liked Kim Jovanov, didn't you? Happy was a good song.
Yeah, it was.
So we're going to jump into it. This is another great band. They just released a new song yesterday called War. This is Jack's Revenge, and this song is called Demons. And I love this tune.
I like to snuggle with my demons, 'cause they know my heart so well. I almost can't remember how hot the fire burns in hell.
Wow, this is different.
And when we wrestle, I'm restless, and I cry myself to sleep. Too bad my demons pull me closely while I live this waking dream. There are moments in this life when the drunkenness takes over, encompasses everything within me until my heart touches my soul, and then the tears stream down my face and make a pool around my neck, leaving me to wonder what in the world could happen next. And then I wake up in the morning, head still spinning in my bed. I almost don't remember anything each of us said. And then the pounding takes its toll as I down another pill to keep me sane and standing upright like a good mouse on a wheel. And then the night falls on the river, moonlight shining on my vest, as the future flows right by me. Can't believe I'm drunk again, but it's familiar like a morning when I wake up all alone. Good thing my demons are never far from home. I like to snuggle with my demons, 'cause they know my heart so well. I almost can't remember how hot the fire burns in hell. And when we wrestle, I am restless, and I cry myself to sleep. Too bad my demons pull me gently while I live this waking dream. My demons pull me
Tactical nuke incoming!
What do you think of that?
So that's obviously an original song, right?
Yes.
I will say that I really liked it. Everything was so good about it. Even at the end of the song, the cymbals were separated on the right and left side, so they had even stereo separation there. Um, the song itself, it's a very common chord pattern. I've heard it. What every that song's been done 1,000 times before. You know that's not necessarily a bad thing. Um, but it is a very common chord pattern. But they did a really good job with it, and I'd like to hear something else that they do that maybe has one of their own chord patterns or changes to see what they come up with in a more of an original idea. But good job
Well, you heard it from Jim Bellinger,
for what it's worth.
and that was his take on Demons by Jack's Revenge.
You
They
know,
do have a new song out. It's
I-
called War. I'll
you-
send it to you.
She had one of the better voices though. She kind of got into it. And she's not over singing. You know, it's
Yeah, I
so
like her.
easy to over sing, and you did not very good.
It's got a kind of a swing rockabilly sound to it, a little bit of country.
European kind
I love it.
kicking their legs up,
Yeah.
and you know.
Their music is very different. Rock, they got some new stuff. We're backlogged a couple weeks, but probably about 2 weeks out, we're gonna play their new song called War.
I want to hear that.
So, yeah, we're gonna get to some comments right now, and then we're gonna jump back into it because, kiddies, we don't have that much time left. We're flying through this show. But Matt Guka said that was a cool tune, and he said it like the rockabilly influence. Yeah, rockabilly. We called it, buddy. And she said, "I like that song." Yeah, I thought you would. It's got kind of like a Texas
Distant?
bluegrass feel.
So Distant is still hanging in with us, huh?
Distant likes the show.
We love it that you're hanging in.
You're so
Yeah.
distant.
No.
I'm just playing. So, did you guys like the new segment out there of the sexy ladies of the U.S. government? There was more women. I just didn't feel like sitting there for hours and hours scrutinizing over all the different photos.
Yeah, there's a limit to where you could take that.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like
And
down.
I don't want to be going into the bathroom.
Yeah, there were some really, really good ones. Also, I had some other ones that I was going to show, but I chose against it. I don't want to be a misandrist. So, Distant Sun Rising said, no, she did not like any of those segments.
No.
Well, too bad.
Oh.
It's the Men's Health Summit. If it was a Women's Health Summit, you'd be watching Jessica's show. She's over there on Keezy Productions. We're the Men's Health Summit. Hey, also, by the way, I want to tell you this quick story. So they always had a Men's Health Summit, and it was started, I believe, by, I'm going to get this fucking name wrong. I can't remember the dude's name, but he was with Redline Radio. And what they did was they had a whole panel of dudes, and then they had, I think, a couple girls would come on. And I believe that's how Jessica came on. I'll give you a little history of Jessica with Keezy Productions and Redline Radio. So that's how she started her show, and then she started a show on Redline Radio. And I was on Redline Radio with Loud and Local. And so we were on both the same stations. So when we opened up, we left Redline Radio, me and Lisa, we opened up Keezy Productions, and that's how she went over there and started doing the Women's Health Summit. But that's where the Women's Health Summit came to be. So at Redline Radio, since they had the Women's Health Summit, they did the Men's Health Summit. And it usually was just a big panel of dudes with some girls on the show, and they would talk about accountability for like 2 hours and self-love and all this other bullshit. So I was like, if we're going to do a Men's Health Summit, we can't do it like about topics like that. I guess we could, and we could talk about suicide awareness and all that stuff. You know, that's kind of a downer stuff, and it's not really that much fun. I'd rather have fun and play good tunes. So we did the celebration of women. So that's why you got what you got. That's why you got what you got, Monica. You got to see girls in bikinis. Be happy they're Republicans. I know you're a Republican. And she said, I'm happy to hang out with you guys. You are very cool and very funny. My kind of people.
Oh boy, can't argue with that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's fantastic.
Starting to feel the pressure, you know. I want to come back next week and even do better for you.
Yeah, we're trying to improve every time. And I think we're doing really, really good. Oh, yeah, I think finally got like some of the levels better. it's a struggle week after week because sometimes stuff changes on you. It's not always a Merry Christmas.
Christmas!
See how I pulled that together?
Yeah. Very clever.
Very clever. That's what digital creator, right?
That's what you need.
That's what you need. So we had some other stuff happen this week. We have to change the name of Outlaw Radio because there's so much competition, and there's companies out there with LLCs and INCs behind their names with Outlaw Radio.
It's just too much. Yeah.
It's too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to adapt that 365 that's on Rockstar Radio Underground Live 365. It's on the Live 365 channel. And what we're going to do is we're going to use Outlaw Radio call sign 365. We're not actually using the channel. It's just going to be a call sign, okay? And that's how we're going to go by our name. And then when we do websites, it'll be Outlaw Radio 365, whatever.
I'm starting to understand.
Yeah, so we
I
need
gotta
to
take notes though when we're done here.
we need to start separating ourselves from the really big guys because I think we might be stealing some of their views. Not that they care, but I'm just saying. So sometimes it's good to be corrupted. No, I say corrupted.
Why is it good to be corrupted? What?
Yeah, because the next song is Corrupted Hearts.
Oh, okay. I see. Another clever intro.
You like that? You like that? You're working on our skits. Here we go.
I'm in the right place.
All right, Jim. This is Corrupted Hearts. This is a song called Sparkle. And here we go. Booyah.
You're
Oh, you guys caught me laughing.
We
Jim
had-
Bellinger's cracking me up in the studio in between songs.
I wish I was as funny when we're
Oh,
not between
man.
songs.
Yeah, I wish I keep thinking about wanting to do it, and while Jim's talking about the next thing, I'm just gonna keep rolling through comments from people. But Matt Gutka said, "Cool, very paranormal spy. I can see this as either a type movie. Yeah, I could see this too.
No, I'm glad you're paying attention. I like that too. I think our music this week, it's different, and I think it's a good change, and we've got to do more of that.
Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. Jim, the last segment is all going to be about the cover wars thing that we're doing because Jim went out and saw Ricochet play. And now he's got some other ideas and he jotted down a whole list of bands that we need to see. And I need to add a couple to that list, like the Cobra Kai band. Needs to go on that list, by the way.
I had no idea it was going to be this difficult to take on this contest that we have, I guess if you want to call it that, with the top bands. And we were thinking top 10 bands, and then we're thinking top 20 bands, or maybe top 25 bands. There's just so many, and we have to limit the area too. We can't be going down to Akron and Canton and
No, I don't want to go there.
There's just too many bands spread out. We're going to have to keep this maybe just to a Cuyahoga County thing, or maybe a little bit in Lorain County and Lake or something like that.
Medina would be my cutoff.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go. I don't even know if I would go to Medina. It might be Parma,
I think that's
or
too
Strongsville
much.
might be the cutoff.
There are so many bands, and I wrote some down. I'll just name a couple of the bands that we're going to be listening to.
All right, hold on a second. I want to do something before you do that. Before you name them off. But yeah, he wrote a whole bunch down, and I know a lot of these bands. So let's roll.
Okay, Classic Overdrive. I think this is a relatively new band, isn't it?
Yeah,
maybe
I know
wrong.
that band.
They played at Fairview Tavern last night, and I guess they had a good time. And I saw a little video that they made, but I think they played last week somewhere. I forget what song they played last week. So
They remind me of like a Bachman Turner Overdrive style band.
And the guitar player definitely puts on a show, man. He's a pointer. That's for sure. Nothing wrong with it, but
He's always out there
get
like
a
this.
chord,
Like,
and he's like, "Hey,
yeah,
baby, take
baby."
that one, man." It makes me laugh.
How'd that one make you feel, huh?
Good job. And then there's a band called
That's
Third
good.
Monkey. Have you ever heard of them?
I know Third Monkey. I saw them play at Front Street.
Are they going to be in the running? Do we need to hear them again? I don't never heard them. I guess
I think they're a good band. They do the best rendition of Mary Jane's Last Dance of all the Cleveland bands.
Are you serious? Because we don't even like that song.
I hate
do
that
we?
song,
Oh, God dang.
But I saw them at Front Street and they started playing, and I was thinking, "Oh, here we go again with this fucking song." And then all of a sudden, I was like,
"Good."
I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Yeah, this is pretty good." And then the guitar player started playing a harmonica, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually really quite good." And then I listened to the rest of their set, and it was quite good. And I thought to myself, "These guys are pretty good."
Good for them. That's awesome.
I don't know if they're top 10, top 20. I'm not sure where they sit, but they're definitely worth another visit.
Well, we must move on. There's another band that I've been going on Facebook and stuff, and I've just been seeing a lot of advertisements or whatever. How they post things. With all these different bands and what's going on this week and blah blah blah. There's a band called 1990 something, and I actually listened to one of their songs, and they're outstanding. They're very good. So we got to see 1990 something. It's a 90s band. Who else is a 90s band? World's End. So maybe there'll be some competition for World's End or something.
Also, isn't that last band that we just saw a 90s style band? We just saw Grunge DNA.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And they're a 90s style band too.
Yeah, they were quite a band, that's for sure. That guitar player kind of ripped it up. Okay, there's another band. It's an 80s rock. It's Nitro. Apparently I have here they're very good. I don't know if I don't think I listened to them yet.
Nitro.
It's an 80s rock band, so it's
Nitro.
there's another band called Untapped, I think. I don't know.
Untapped. I've never heard of them.
Green
I'm looking
Day,
at your list.
Maybe I don't know.
I know
what that means.
Soul Shake and the East Side Horns
You
is
do?
Devin Gorman's band.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Where's that on the list? I can't even see it.
Right there, Soul Shake and the East Side
And you know
Horns.
you know them. Oh, okay. Then there's
Well,
a
I know
band.
Devin.
There's a band called Truss. I don't know. We're gonna have to
Trust
check. You
is
know
a
them?
female singer. She's also the event coordinator of
Cleveland
Temple Live,
okay, I was wrong.
where
there.
the Cleveland Music Awards were.
Oh, it was Cleveland Awards.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we see her down there at the big event there this past year?
We saw her walking around. And since
Yeah.
this is the Men's Health Summit, she is drop dead gorgeous.
Absolutely.
She
Why
is.
don't you have a picture of her?
I'll find a picture
Okay,
next show
we'll
for
be
you.
sued like crazy.
Yeah, we can show her a picture. There's nothing wrong with that.
And
We're
then
not saying anything disparagingly about her. She's beautiful,
oh, good for you.
sexy.
Okay, there's an individual musician here that has a band. At first, there's Ray Flanagan. I've heard his band, but I'd like to hear him do some original stuff. And right now, Brent Kirby.
Yeah, I know him.
He has a tribute band with what's that one artist that way back? I really like him, but that's a tribute band, so forget that.
Dreadlock Dave and Friends is a hippie band.
Yeah, they're playing a lot, and then there's a band that I bet is going to be in the top 5, maybe. I just have a feeling because Larry Hawes kicks butt. Larry Hawes and the Octopus from Louisiana. You know, I've been wanting to go
That's
see
the name
them.
of the band.
Yeah. He was playing with I can't remember the name of the guy, I can't remember, but he has a very unusual setup with his drums, and he's just so talented. And I guess he plays kick-ass guitar too, so he's multi-talented.
What's Josh Donato's band's name?
Oh, he's in a bunch of projects, I think. You know, there's not just one, and I think he just jumps around and does whatever he can. But I'd like to give them another check. Didn't we hear them a couple months ago at
Backstage.
at the backstage, and they were okay, but I'd like to give them another listen. There's the Sellouts. Don't know about them. Then there's Daryl's Road Crew. Don't know about that. Of course, there's Ricochet. I saw them, last night or Saturday. And where did they play? They played at the Union House or something like that on Brook Park. And they're a new band, so I want to give them a time to tighten up their stuff a little bit because I guess they didn't. I guess the word was they didn't even really practice yet. Maybe I shouldn't say that. So I want to see them tighten up and kick some big time ass. You know, Nick Caruso, is that I got the name right?
Yeah, Nick Caruso
He's very entertaining, and Colleen. You know, they're just so good. And I love Richard. He's such a good singer and a good drummer. I'd like to steal him and have him in my band.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, you mentioned all those bands. Those are all great people. And speaking of great people, Nick Caruso plays in the band Avenging Scarlet. We're gonna play that next song. This is White Witch by Avenging Scarlet. And yeah, Jim, we got a lot of work to do, and we don't have a lot of time.
Okay. Time out.
Ruffled by your beautiful disguise.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio in Cleveland, Ohio, the rock and roll capital.
My, oh my, don't they rock it out big time? Emily Poland, my gosh. I haven't seen you in about a month. Maybe I got to go back out to Whiskeyville and go to that, Thursday night jam to see Nick and Emily and all the other guys. Jeff Rowe, awesome drummer. Birdo.
That was excellent. That was nominated for top rock bands on our list of the top 5 rock on Outlaw Radio. I believe they came in 5th of the top 5 in that category, which I shared today.
She has a very unique, wonderful voice. I think she did such a good job when they did the Loud and Local show a couple months ago.
You're right.
We went to the studio, the BVS studios in North Hempstead, and Nick and Emily performed a song that I think Emily's uncle wrote. And it's just a beautiful song. Good going, Emily.
Yeah, that song was called Merry-Go-Round, right?
Is that right? Oh, I
And
didn't
it was
remember that.
performed in the podcast room of BVS Film Studios during the recording of Loud and Local's Halloween episode. And yeah, that was a great time. And
Was
yeah,
Mark-
that was Avenging Scarlet.
Was Mark Berry on that episode? I can't keep the episode straight anymore.
Yeah, Mark Berry was our main interview
Oh.
on that episode. We also interviewed Dwayne Farley that day
Okay.
as well.
Yes.
And here, let me go back and do something.
What great guys to take time to talk to us. I mean, this guy, has movies on. What is this company again? MG.
AMG
Hey,
Sony, and this
okay.
is the show we're talking about.
Welcome to the Loud and Local Cleveland podcast, here to bring you the raw, unfiltered pulse of Cleveland's music scene. The one and only Outlaw, Jeff James. Join us as we dive deep into the latest bands, hottest tracks, and the stories behind the music that makes this city rock.
And that's pretty cool. So that is still going to remain our intro. We're going to change the music to be Oblivia. I feel it. And
I feel it.
exactly right. And
What do you feel again exactly?
yeah,
Just
he totally
drugs,
feels it.
the-
And so yeah, this will be the intro to the show. Still having Godzilla, and it'll be Loud and Local, the Jeff James journey, because I don't want to let go of the name Loud and Local. I think it's too freaking cool. Right? So that's going to stay. And yeah, so that's, we had Avenging Scarlet on the Halloween show. We did the Halloween show, we did the November show, and the December show all in one day. That was a lot of fun, right?
Yes, that was. I think my performance was substandard, though.
Here we go.
I just kind of sat there and didn't say anything.
we
And I
go.
had this huge belly sticking up too, like I was
Ugh.
pregnant with twins.
Lisa, I mean Jim, you need to stop. It's just a men's health summit.
Oh.
Real men don't complain. We complain to each other, and then we can call each other pussies, but never complain to a woman. You know why?
Because they could give a crap.
And they use it against you. It's weaponized and used against you in an argument about a mother-in-law.
Oh man.
Right? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell
Um,
me I'm wrong.
Well, you could take any scenario you want and just.
It's always going to be
kick
your
ass
fault
with it.
anyway.
I don't know.
It's only your fault anyway, Jim. Regardless of what you do.
I've made so many mistakes.
Yeah. I wish I could go back in time. Freeze. Fix everything. So, okay, that was Avenging Scarlet, White Witch, and yes, it was written about somebody, and yes, it's about somebody from Cleveland, and yes, I know who it is. And later, when we're off air, I'll tell you.
I think I remember.
It's easy to remember. But in all fairness, everybody has a little bit of villain. I know I do. But, all right, so before we go, we want to say goodnight to a bunch of people, okay? We want to say goodnight to Jamie Watts for tuning in. Thank you so much, Jamie, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Seriously. Yeah.
Seriously, thank you. Taylor Evans, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Don Evans.
Don.
Also want to thank, I go through the list, Monica, of course.
Well, there's a lot of people today.
A lot of people. Jason was in with us today, and he had that lovely comment about Bobert, right?
Oh yeah. What did he do to her?
What he'd like to do to her, and wheat brownies don't make you gain any weight. Yeah, tell that to my ex. Distant Sun Rising, she doesn't do anything bad. She likes her Guinness. So Distant Sun Rising and Matt had hooked up, and she got music to him, which is fantastic, and I'm glad he's enjoying that music. So yeah, Jason P. We also had Johnny Rocker make an appearance, and I want to pull those comments up as soon as I can get to them. But man, this thing's giving me a hard time. So anyway, Matt Gutka said it was an awesome evening. Distant Sun Rising said it was a badass time. She loved Emily's voice. Well-written song. She said great voice. And Johnny Rocker
You
said
are right.
it was very cool. And Distant Sun Rising said night night. She loves us. Johnny, I love your band. And I know Johnny loves you, and we love you too. And thank you so much for tuning in, right?
Thank
Rock and
you.
roll. So we're going to be at it again next week, right?
Oh, don't what? Wait a minute. I wanted to ask real
Yeah,
quick.
go for
When
it.
is the Loud and Local? Is that Christmas Eve? Did you say you're? Wait a
Oh,
minute.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
confused. You better talk about that.
Yeah, this is why you don't get high before the show.
And I'm
Yes,
not.
he's not. I am. So shocker. So what we're gonna do is we're releasing Loud and Local, the last Loud and Local episode before the name changes to the Jeff James Journey, right? But we're
Yes.
releasing the last Homicide for the Holidays on Christmas Eve night, and I think it's probably gonna go up sometime around 10 o'clock.
So what are you going to be doing Christmas Eve? You going to be home or
No, I'll be
listening to this? Or
I'll
you'll
actually be working, and I'm going to set a premiere for it. So while I'm working, it will premiere at 10 o'clock. And then I'll just
okay.
watch it when I come home.
Well,
later.
I'll be listening to it, I
Yeah.
think.
It'll be very cool. And, you guys can chat in real time when that airs. You know that?
Oh, okay.
That comes out live.
the Loud and Local, you can do
Yeah,
that too?
you could do
Okay.
that too.
Okay.
And so yeah, Johnny Rocker said thanks, Distant. You guys rule too. She gave us a whole bunch of hearts and the devil horns. And Matt Gutka said good night, Jeff, Mr. Moonlight. Good night, Monica. Good night to the rest of us. I'm saying good night to you guys. We're gonna sign off. I want to play some music as we lead out the show. But yeah, it's been a good time, and we'll be back at it next Sunday. Right?
Are you ready?